Yes, yeah. So I was telling Ali about this. Yeah. Down by the navigation.
Yeah.
Trying to put her feathers back on her back. Oh, well done. How many? 2. Don't mind me, Snowdrop. Don't mind me. Well, I have to say that this morning's run has to go down in history, my history, as one of the most wonderful and borderline euphoric experiences. On Monday, my PT said, why don't we run across the fields on Wednesday, because we've been doing the same run, and mainly because we were doing that run because it had been so wet in the run up to this weather. However, now everything has dried out, we can run on the fields. I hadn't even thought about it. Sucks to be Ali, he missed out because he had quite a heavy night. The Euros is on, not something that I ever thought I would talk about on my channel, but if I know one thing about football and England, it is usually a rather heartbreaking situation and experience for anyone that's into it. Although apparently they drew and they got through, but it was just a woeful performance. So he had a merry old time last night, and I thought to myself, do you know what, I'm gonna get up in the morning and I'm gonna go for this run and I'm gonna love every second of it. So I actually went to bed really early and I loved it. And it got me thinking that I really wanted to talk about a few things with you, because I put on my stories the other day when I shared the lingerie reel. I know I spoke about this in my last vlog, but I uploaded my reel and I wasn't expecting the messages that I got. They were really, really lovely, but also I think what was really highlighted to me was they were more inquisitive, and because I talked about how much I exercise at the moment. And if you'll know, way back when, on one of my previous lives on the internet, I was a fitness influencer, and I'm very happy that I don't do that anymore, because I think that for the most part, most fitness influencers or whatever should be professionals now. Thank you. Gosh, Ali just scared the absolute wits out of me, but he's brought me a smoothie, and I feel like this is very much going along on our chat. But anyway, in my older iterations, I did fitness influencing for a little while, and I'm very happy to say that that is well and truly put to bed. But I've been on a new journey with health and wellness since the start of this year. This is the first year of my life that I've ever stuck to, for the most part, the majority of my intentions that I set in the new year, like for New Year's. And I had a big lifestyle change. Like, it was a lot. And I changed my entire diet. I stopped going to bed with my phone. And like, it's weird, I've stuck at it. It like gets to Friday and Saturday and I allow myself to have my phone on like the weekend. But that's purely because I usually lapse on my, the necessity of my early mornings. So I can be a little bit more lax with it, but I've stuck to so many things. And one of the most inquisitive things about when I shared my health routines now, because I work out so much more now than I did even when I was probably a fitness influencer. The reason why I think I got so many messages was because I spoke about it in a different light. I didn't want to look good. That's not why I'm doing health and fitness at the moment. I am doing it because I want to feel good. So what I've done is I've been able to sort of acknowledge the health and fitness things that make me feel my best. And when you do something because it genuinely makes you feel wonderful, you just want to do it all the time. It was almost like people were in my direct messages wanting a like quick fix from me. I'm never going to give you a quick fix. Soz to burst the bubble. There is no quick fix, and I'm sure you've heard that a lot. But what I did want to do was give you a few pointers about how I live my life now as someone who was so miserable, like before COVID and probably like into the majority of COVID. I was miserable. And I want to say, just as a disclaimer here, I wasn't miserable because of the life I was living. I loved like everything that I had. I felt so like, how on earth have I got here? But I was still sad. So it wasn't like I wasn't grateful for things. My mind just wasn't in the right place. I didn't know how to think about things, and I hadn't got a lot of my priorities in place, and I was doing a lot of things that I thought I should do rather than things that I knew were good for me and that I enjoyed and that kind of thing. And so I thought maybe in this video we could talk a little bit about this. And I think just at this like first point of this video, the main thing I want you to think about, and I wrote a blog post on this, it must be like 8 years ago, about designing your dream life. And what I want you to do at the beginning of this video, perhaps if you've got like a notepad or something like that, just grab it and maybe think of someone that you admire, whoever that might be, whether it's like Sophia Richie, who's the Pilates girl that I follow that's amazing, Bryony Deary, like that kind of thing. I want you to think about that person and what their day looks like, what their perfect day looks like from start to finish. Like, what do you think they do with their day? And I want you to think about what your perfect day would look like and what your perfect life would look like. And I really want you to like think of all of the things that like set your heart on fire. I think that's a really good place to start, because a lot of us are just sort of going through the motions with life. We get up, we go to work. If we've found some reason to work out, we might do that. We go see our friends, we come home, we go to bed. And it's just life. It's just what we've decided that life is, and life has just come to us in that sense. But what if I told you, and this might not be groundbreaking for some people, but it was certainly groundbreaking for me, that you get to decide how your life looks. Genuinely, you get to decide how it looks. And I don't think we think consciously about this enough. And so I just want you to think about it. If you could have your perfect morning, what would it look like? For me, my perfect morning is rising as early as possible. In summer, I love the sunrise. In winter, I love to be up when it's dark. I noticed about myself that getting up early really made me feel amazing. And that is from someone who used to get up at 4 p.m. when I was at university. I would just go to bed really late. I had no discipline. So I've lived both of those lives, and it took experiencing what the early mornings felt like. That was one of those things that I realized was really important for me. And so I just wanted you to start thinking about that. And hopefully throughout the video, I'm just going to share a few little bits and pieces about some of the things that I do that help me live life a little bit better. And one of those things was identifying the types of workouts that I love the most. So you'll notice in summer I do a lot more running, just like I've done in this video. And it's not just exercise based as well. There is so much to this that I don't think you realize. Like even just getting up and getting dressed. Today I am wearing, by the way, like my favorite dress ever. Oh my gosh, this is my linen like mini dress from Sinead Keary. And Sinead Keary is one of those people that I get so excited about. You know how I get excited about so many like more independent fashion brands? Sinead Keary is one of them. And I'm so excited to be working with them as well. And this dress is like just fitted to perfection. I'll link it down below. But for me, getting up and getting dressed for the day is a huge part of me feeling good. I don't have to always put a full face of makeup on, evidently, but I like to look presentable. It helps me be more productive. It helps me get things done. It helps me feel lovely. It helps me not spiral into a place of feeling like, oh gosh, you're such a slob, or this, that, and the other. And so this is really important to me. Feeling nice, dressing nice, wearing things that make me feel lovely. I work in fashion, so naturally I want to feel inspired by the things and that kind of thing. So it's not just health and fitness based. I genuinely want everyone that watches me to live their best life, and I want them to live it in the way that they should. I don't want you to get to your like 80s, 90s, hopefully your hundreds, and think, oh my gosh, I spent so much of my life hating things that I didn't have to hate, and being miserable about things that I didn't have to be miserable about, and worrying about things that I didn't have to worry about. I want you to get to that age and go, oh my goodness, I lived such a calm and peaceful and enjoyable life. And so I hope that by watching my videos, sometimes you just get a few nuggets. Not everyone will want to live the same way that I do, and not everyone will enjoy the same things, and your perfect day or your perfect life will look different to mine. And this is going to be the thing that underpins everything, is that you have to be conscious about everything that you do that makes you feel amazing. So if you've got that notebook, maybe you've got like one that you can carry in your handbag or in your pocket or something like that, start noting down the things that you do that make you feel amazing, and also noting down the things that make you feel terrible. I remember I used to have friends that I used to go and spend time with, and we would be drinking and eating, and I would be drinking wine or whatever, or gin or whatever. And I couldn't shake the feeling that I didn't feel comfortable. And it was at that point when I was like, I realized that perhaps these people weren't good for me. And it's those things that you're just completely unconscious of. You're not even realizing. You have to really pay attention to, do you feel terrible in your yoga class but feel wonderful in your Pilates class? Pay attention to that. Or does working out in the gym make you miserable but running outdoors makes you feel alive? Pay attention to that. And so hopefully, just by doing that simple practice, noting those things down, by the end of the week or the month, you'll have a really great understanding of the things that you need to do more of and the things that you need to do less of. Obviously, we have responsibilities, work, things like that, but hopefully there'll also be some pointers in here for that. Anyway, I also have some other bits that I want to show you from Sinead Keary, and because for me personally, one of these things that makes me feel amazing is getting dressed up, looking my best. I think that you're going to love some of these pieces anyway, so I thought I'd try a few of them on with you, and then afterwards we'll get on to the food and nutrition side of things, which I take also very seriously. Now I know I've shown you this dress before, but I had to show you it styled a little bit differently, just because the whole ethos of Sinead Keary is almost like a capsule wardrobe. And it's so weird, but that's kind of what I've been looking to achieve in my wardrobe a little bit more. Really making sure that I've got key basics and I'm not constantly scrambling to make things work in my wardrobe. So there's a lot of really well thought out, simple classic pieces with wonderful, wonderful fabrics and really like elegant designs. So I wanted to show you this like styled up a different way, but I do have a discount code as well. So my discount code is Lydia20. It'll get you 20% off, but it's only valid for 48 hours. So I'll link all of the pieces in the description box down below if you wanted to shop. But this dress also comes in black. It is the most beautiful linen dress, and I think from the back is where it really kind of shows. That's why I've got my hair up in a bun, because I just think it works beautifully with this dress in this way, and works so well with different coloured accessories. So it works just as well with like tan accessories, but also lighter, because it's a classic white. You can't go wrong. So I just wanted to show you this one again as well, and also highlight that I have a discount code. So if you were umming and ahhing about this in my previous video, then maybe the discount code will be the thing that cinches the deal for you. But basically what you'll see with some of these outfits is that there are a lot of pieces that can be worn differently with other items, and it's all about building a really well-rounded wardrobe, which personally I love. So I wanted to show you this one with heels, something a little bit more elevated when the weather is hot and spicy like it is now. It is perfect. But also so many people messaged me and they were like, this is wonderful for like my bridal party in like Mykonos or something like that. So just really great option. Of course, I had to show you the black option, because if you're not wanting to feel bridal, or if you're one of those people that worries about spilling things on themselves, of course you have to go with the black. And there's something special about black in summer, in my humble opinion. It just feels very chic, and also this feels very almost like Audrey Hepburn with the bow at the back. Again, the fabrics are absolutely beautiful. The shape, the cut, exactly where it finishes on my legs is like the perfect place for me to wear a shorter dress. I feel lovely, but don't feel like I've got too much on show, because you'll know nowadays I feel a bit funny sometimes when I wear a mini dress, especially if they're too short. But this, beautiful. And again, great for everyday wear, but if you wanted to wear this with ballet flats, just as beautiful and just as like lovely, because generally you're going to wear what you feel most comfortable, what you feel your best in, and what you feel you look your best in. And I think Sinead Keary nails it every single time. I honestly cannot get over how gorgeous this is. I love a monochrome look at the moment, and especially in ivory at this time of year. It just looks really classic. It is probably the most elegant colour of them all, in my opinion. I think it just looks quite ethereal and very, very feminine, and so I love a look like this. It's probably my favourite, hence why I've gone and got myself a little capsule accessories collection to go with things like this. This is one of those super cute looks that can be worn bridal but can also be worn for occasion dressing. There are also trousers to go with it, so if you wanted something a bit more covered, but I think for weather like this, cute shorts, and these are like classic comfortable shorts, like elasticated waistband, makes it so much easier to like throw them on over like an ivory bikini if you're by the beach, but also really comfortable for everyday wear. They come in black as well, of course I'm going to show you, but this is so cute and feminine and just gives off a different vibe to like occasion dressing than if maybe you don't want to go for a dress and you want to go for something a little bit more structured. I'm going to show you the other ways that you can wear it as well, because there's this beautiful cami top. Now, I wanted to style this one up a little bit differently because I didn't want it to feel quite so bridal, and I wanted this to feel like something that you could wear very easily on a day-to-day basis. Now, if you buy one thing from Sinead Keary, I promise you the one thing that is going to deliver the most, other than that linen dress, which, oh my gosh, it's these camis, because Sinead Keary has designed these for women, okay? Because these are bra appropriate. So you've got the delicateness of the lace with the practical fact that we want to wear bras and we want to feel supported while still feeling delicate and feminine. This is incredible. Perfect for putting under shirts and just adding that really uber feminine touch. What I really like is putting this under my sort of everyday shirt and just having the lace peeking through on the v-neck of the shirt. I still feel covered up, I still feel uber feminine, and it's just that beautiful detailed touch. But if you want to take the shirt off, your bra is covered. They have literally thought of everything when it comes to these camis, and I feel like these are one of those pieces where it was like the world was crying out for them, but nobody had designed them, and then Sinead Keary has just swooped in and done it. They come in so many different colours. The ivory and the black for me are my favourites because I get the most wear out of them. You can wear it with the shirt that matches the shorts, and you can have it worn open, or you can go for something a little bit more androgynous without the cami, but you can have the cami like peeking through. This to me would be like really great. You know how we as women, we have like different things that we like about ourselves. Sometimes we're like, we've got great legs, let's get them out, or I don't really like my arms, so I like to have my arms covered. If you're a great legs and arms covered kind of girl, this is it, because you've got the depth of the outfit, the depth of the different textures and femininities, but the androgynous feeling of the shirt and the shorts, or you can tuck it in. I think this styling might actually be my favourite. Imagine this in like the south of France. Oh my goodness. The shirt with the little pop of lace underneath. I love the rich accessories with this, but you could go black as well if you wanted something really contrasting. This is just so effortless. Do you know what I love about this as well? Is this is totally something that my grandma would have worn back in the day. When you look at the pictures that I've shared of her previously, you know that she was wearing this with her big sunglasses. Oh, this is my favourite. Is this my favourite? I feel like it is. And what if I told you that these were suit trousers that feel like tracksuit bottoms? And here we go again with the absolute just love for Sinead Keary, because these have an elastic waistband. So this is literally, essentially, I feel like I'm in pyjamas. They are so comfortable. If you want to look chic at the airport, you can pop a shirt over the top of this and you are essentially wearing a very bougie, very chic tracksuit. And I think there's really something in that like style that is essentially effortless. It's just a shirt, it's trousers, it's just a cami, but you wear it a little bit more nonchalantly and yet you still look fantastic. I just love that. And these trousers are so sharp and so smart. And it's the camis. The camis for me just keep winning every single time. I love this look so much. Last one, I promise, but this is the other style of cami that they do. So this is more of a cowl neck. I reckon I could take one size up in this just because I'm super broad across my shoulders and I would maybe want a little bit more of a cowl. I don't know, I need to try it on, but again, the cami is bra appropriate. So you can have your straps underneath because the lace is so big and still so elegant that it just works in a woman's wardrobe, and I love that. And then the shorts in black as well. This is just such a great, like, this time of year outfit. And again, you don't have to wear it with heels. I've got some little like kitten heels on, but I think that equally these will look so nice if it's like really hot out with a pair, yeah, gorgeous, just with a pair of Chanel ballet flats. So cute, and yet still summery. I love this. Such a gorgeous look. Oh, and there's also a shirt as well, so you can go for the same kind of vibe. I'm going to swap over the cami and just show you one more, but remember, my code is Lydia20. If you love the idea of really simplifying your wardrobe in the same way that I am always trying to, I'm always trying my best to simplify things, enjoy fashion, but also simplify, then this is the brand for you, because there's so many options to mix and match, but also feel so beautiful and elevated. Love it. Just as I'm trying on the last one, I wanted to actually show you what I mean when I say that these are bra appropriate, because what they have, this is so cool, they have this little like silky ribbon here with a popper. So what you do is you attach that, if I can get this off, around your bra strap to hold it in place so that you can't see it, and it runs along this beautiful colour coordinating ribbon for the strap. So that is where you pop your bra strap underneath there, hold it in place, and then it will be concealed underneath. Here's one I prepared earlier. This is the black version of the one I was just showing you. I'm just getting ready to style it up because obviously you can wear it like this or with the shirt over the top with the interchangeable weather. I just think always having a shirt or a cardigan to hand is very, very good. I also really love these almost like molten gold buttons. So gorgeous. I think a belt is a fab addition. Little belt there from my capsule accessories. Very lovely. And I've kept on the ballet flats because I feel like this is even more like able to be worn casual with these ballet pumps. Such a gorgeous look. And the cami for me underneath just really adds that different feel. Let me know which one your favorite is, and also let me know if you'd heard of this brand before, because you know that for me, I really enjoy introducing you to like innovative, cool things and brands that maybe you wouldn't have heard of. And so to be able to do this with Sinead Curie would just mean the world. I know my Irish followers will definitely know, but yeah, love this. Also, don't be scared by how these pieces look, because full price, this dress is 89 euros, but with my discount code, I think it's about 70 euros. So there's a lot of savings to be made, and also this is like a brand, a really good price point. So like I said, make sure you check out the prices, but also with the discount on top, which is Lydia20, and it gets you 20% off. I am now having a big tidy up because the behind the scenes of filming something like that is always carnage in my dressing room, but I do really want to get more into that capsule style wardrobe. And I know that some of you will scoff, because some of you will be like, Lydia, you get so much stuff, you buy so much stuff, and you are so not wrong. That is not what I'm saying. I work in a job where we receive a lot of stuff and we also get a lot of stuff as well, and I'm always trying to find a better way to feel less guilt in my job. I think anyone who's watching this will feel a lot of guilt in their life for many things. In my career, there's a lot of guilt as well, and that's something that I'm always trying to do better at, whilst also not making myself feel worse. When I see a brand like this doing this, it's one of those things that I think hopefully with time and planning as well, planning my outfits more will enable me to get more out of them, and really thinking about the pieces that I'm buying and how they're going to go into my wardrobe and do more, rather than just thinking, oh, that jacket will go with that. What's the jacket that's going to go with that and that and that and that? Does that make sense? I've done it with my bags. I've had to be really like brutal with things with my bags, because I know that so many people will comment on my videos and they'll be like, oh, you need a clutch bag. And I'm like, a clutch bag just isn't going to do enough work in my wardrobe, because I'll end up having a clutch bag for everything, and I don't want that. I want my pieces to work harder. And so I constantly have to think, like, is this good advice for me? Because I really value a lot of the advice that I get from my audience. Is this good advice for me, or is this not good advice for me? And it's a journey, but definitely one that I'm trying to do better at. Ali has just come into my room and informed me that he is growing his hair. He's just been to the hairdressers, and obviously Ali has had a bit of a transformation with his hairstyle over the last sort of, is it like 2 years?
Yeah, something like that, maybe longer.
And so he's gone to his hairdressers and had it cut, but like obviously left the top bit long. He looks like Prince Charming. I didn't realise you had such a beautiful natural wave to your hair. Oh my gosh. Obviously we are at the in-between stage at the moment,
so
but
basically this bit here, it bounces up. So when the weight comes in,
yeah,
this will fall and sit, and the same this side. And then this section here will fall down.
Yeah.
He said it's kind of like a 90s.
Yeah. My dad used to have that hair.
This is like a 90s style. Remember like Titanic, Leonardo's?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kind of
Prince Charming.
And it's like a take on the side parting, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, literally, I've got a picture of my dad with the exact haircut that you're going for, and it's so...
It needs to be like twice as long as it is, though.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Because honestly, I thought you were handsome before you changed your hairstyle before. So I know that you just get even more handsome every time we do this. Oh, my toes in the picture.
Until I start growing really long hair and then have a man bun.
I think you'd see a man bun. But it's just not your vibe, and I don't think it would be your vibe. But yeah, you're going down to London?
I am. I need to get showered ASAP. My train is
Ali has just left for the afternoon. He's heading to an event in London with churches, and oh my goodness, I actually can't believe how handsome he looked. He had a blue shirt on. If I can find a picture, if he shares anything of his outfits, I'm going to put it in, because I didn't want to be like too creepy. But he had a blue shirt on, a vest underneath, but closed, so you could just see a little bit of the vest. He had black trousers on. The fit of the trousers were, and his new hair that's just, it's obviously got to grow in, but it's like a little bit floppy. Sorry, Porty, just woke him up. Anyway, the next thing on my list of things that I know help me live my best life is food. Now, I'm going to sit here and tell you that if you don't eat well, you are going to feel like crap. And you've heard that before. The reality is you have to find a way to eat healthy that is actually sustainable, dare I say it, even enjoyable for you. And that is something that only you can do by being conscious of how you feel when you eat food. I know if I eat just a bowl of lettuce for lunch, I am going to be ravenous within an hour. And that has completely defeated the object of me eating healthy. If I eat a bowl of lettuce, one slice of bread that's been toasted and popped some garlic on it, some flakes of parmesan, perhaps some chicken, some dressing. I've got my protein, I've got some greenery in there, I've got a little bit of carbs as well to give me the energy and fill me up. It's got a lovely dressing on it that's got lovely vinegars and vinaigrettes and what have yous and whatevers. And I know I'm going to enjoy that, especially in hot weather. I can eat a salad in summertime because I don't need to be warm. If I eat a salad in winter, if it isn't a Caesar salad with a side of potatoes or chips, I'm going to be cold, hungry, and miserable. You've got to eat seasonally, you've got to eat in a way that makes you feel good, because I don't know about you, but I don't feel good if I've eaten something that I think I want, like an entire bar of chocolate, a packet of crisps, and some chips to wash it down with a full fat Coke. I might want that right now, but afterwards, I'm gonna feel terrible. Maybe just in my tummy, maybe just in the fact that I know that I've put absolutely nothing nutrient dense into my body. And that is the balance that you have to find. You have to be full and satisfied. You've got to enjoy it. No one wants to eat miserable food, okay? The long and short of all of these little pieces of information that I'm telling you is you are going to have to be conscious. And this goes back to what I said at the beginning of the video, whereby a lot of the time we just think, well, I've woken up today, I'm going to see what the day has, and I'm just going to walk through life dealing with whatever comes my way, and probably thinking, gosh, I didn't expect that to happen, and gosh, I didn't think that was going to happen. You have to stay really aware of your mind, and that is very difficult. But once you get it, everything in life falls into place. So on that note, I'm about to do my Ocado shopping order because I have been absolutely dreaming of this orchard salad that I found on the Daylesford website, and I've got all of the ingredients except for apples. So I've just added a crate of apples to my shopping basket. I have also I've also added 4 bottles of Leib because balance. If I'm having the salad, I'm gonna have the glass of wine to go with it. And just adding little bits and bobs, and I always search for their more like organic and locally produced if possible. One of the other things that I love to do is keep my pantry fully stocked all the time, and it makes checking for what we've got so much easier. So obviously with a orchard salad, walnuts are essential, and we're running low, so I'm going to order some more walnuts, probably some more pine nuts. I'm going to order a few different bits and pieces, I think. Ali hates it when people put things back in the wrong place. This is the outfit I was talking about, and I've been treated to a husband coming home much earlier than planned and doing the dishwasher in his smart stuff because his train was cancelled. So we are having an impromptu barbecue, aren't we?
Yeah.
Come show us the outfit. Come on. I was just showing them telling them how handsome you looked when you left, but you look very lovely in your outfit.
I'm keeping it on.
To cook in.
Cooking.
Ali is on meat duty. I have just put the homemade chips in the oven with rosemary and salt and olive oil. I'm now going to make the orchard salad, although I don't have pecans. I got mistaken between walnuts and pecans, and so I'm using walnuts instead. I'm going to make the candied walnuts and then toss in the kale and all of the dressing. And we've got the chicken on the barbecue, so hopefully it'll be lovely. Well, dinner is served. Oh my gosh, we just get better and better at this. We've got root chips, chicken, burgers, broccoli, asparagus, courgette, all of the good stuff. And fresh chilli jam as well, which is one of the ones that's made locally. I'm just obsessed with. It's so good. Nice. Would you like some mint in your water?
Yeah.
Lovely. If you want to get the chutney, you go grab the chutney. Good morning, everyone. It is just gone 7 o'clock. And I was up quite late yesterday finishing off a project, but I'm in London today, and I wanted to talk you through one of the things I try to do as much as possible. I see a lot of like podcast snippets and other people's content where they're like, get outside every single day, and as someone who wrote a book about the healing power of nature and the importance of getting outside, and I find so many reasons to get outside, whether it's dog walks, running, gardening, horse riding, you name it. I'm on the hunt for a reason to get outside. There are even some days where I struggle to get outside for like a prolonged period of time. And I know that today is going to be one of those days where I'm probably outside, but I am not in nature as such, and I'm rushing from place to place because I'm going to be in London. So I'm taking the time to have a bit of a like walk around the garden and just take in everything that the garden is like showing at the moment. It's a little bit breezy, but this is just one of those things, like sometimes I can't go for a dog walk, sometimes there just isn't the time in the day. And getting out in nature is one of those things that I'm like, you should never beat yourself up for, because it's supposed to be peaceful. You know that you need it, but if you can't and it's not physically possible, just doing whatever you can. A little mouse just ran past. Oh, another little mouse coming. What can you smell, Porty? What can you smell? You can smell something. Getting out in nature is one of those important things that you just have to do wherever you can. Getting that touch point with nature really, like, it puts my whole life into perspective. When you realise that all of these things are just happening in life so that we can all be alive, it really gives you a sense of like gratitude that the wildflowers are growing so that they can be pollinated and spread, and trees are growing so that we have oxygen, and you start realising how really important it is to have that sense of gratitude. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with the day, but I need to wash my hair. You see that I need a hair wash. I oiled my hair last night ready for hair wash day because Carrie and I are celebrating an amazing contract at work that happened yesterday. I wanted to show you my pyjamas. These are my Sinead Kiri pyjamas, and this is like a short and like t-shirt shirt set, and I have to say that, first of all, favourite colour, this little baby blue is so pretty. Well, they have like this scallop detail, but also when they're washed they still look smart. And by far, jersey pyjamas, out of all of my pyjamas, like silk, linen, jersey is the most comfortable when it comes to pyjamas. So I love the little scallop shorts. Like, look how cute they are. I've also got this in navy, and I've got like the longer versions too, but I'll link this down below because it's so cute. Anyway, I really need to wash my hair and I'm running late. Well, I am on a different camera today because I'm on Ali's camera. Mine started overheating as I headed to London yesterday, and so I actually lost the footage as well. It's why I didn't realise why those clips corrupted in my other vlog. It was because my camera was breaking, and I actually have a new camera in a box somewhere and we don't know where we put it. So I'm on Ali's, and Ali has just cooked breakfast. We've got homemade like fluffy pancakes with bacon, chives from the garden, eggs from the hens. It's the perfect way to have a Saturday brunch. I think Ali's going to go and play golf later, and I think I'm going to spend some time in the garden. I think I'm going to live head myself some roses. I picked my first sweet peas, which I'll show you, and just spend some time enjoying the little things, which is a huge part of my life anyway, which I'm sure you'll know, but just enjoying those smaller things. Like this morning in the shower, I've actually swapped over to using Marseille soaps, like, you know, like the big French soaps, instead of body washes at the moment. And I don't know why, but it just feels so romantic. And I was like, oh my goodness, why have I not done this sooner? And it's such a small thing. They're like £2 bars of soap. There is simply nothing else that I want to be wearing when it's as warm as it is in England at the moment than a little shirred bandeau and some Beaufort and Blake linen. I think they're sort of like a linen cotton or something. They're quite heavy duty. These are their blue ones, but they're so comfortable. There's nothing else I want to wear. I just want to be able to walk in and out, not worry about tan lines. The only thing I'm doing at the moment to protect my burn is putting a twilly over my wrist, because what I did do, you'll see it looks a little bit worse. I don't know if you can see there. I put a plaster over it because I really didn't want it getting in the sun, and the plaster ripped off the like brown scab, which is so gross, and made it super sore and made it worse. So I'm trying to just use a little bit of silk. This is probably the bougiest plaster you've ever seen. And throughout the day I'll pop some either 8-hour cream now. You guys reminded me of how good 8-hour cream is for burns and things like that. But I also have pure lano. I've got this little lanolin salve, which I actually ordered from Campbell's of Bewley. And this is just pure lanolin. Lanolin it's quite hard to say. Lanolin comes from sheep's wool. So I'm not trying to overdo it. I'm just trying to like moisturize it and just keep it from pulling the skin and making it worse. So I pop just randomly throughout the day, when it's feeling a bit dry, I'll pop that on, and then at night I'll do a little bit of pseudocreme because it's antiseptic and it's good for like small burns. But what I was telling you about earlier was these soaps. So these are the Salvon de Marseille soaps, and I picked these up ages ago from Amazon, and I ran out of my 100 Acres shower gel when I was in the shower. And I was like, do you know what? There is nothing more, I don't know, romantic than using a bar of soap in the shower. And honestly, this is one of those things that I can't put into words. Please tell me if you have these things that just feel like they sprinkle a little bit of something magic on your life. And I know that there will be people that think I'm absolutely delusional when I say this, but like there are so many moments in life that create small pockets of like indescribable joy. And these are the things that make my life so magical. They're not things that like just happen, I would say. They're like, you have to romanticize them. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Please tell me that you understand. I have to know that some of you are my people in this. So bars of soap is one of those little moments. And I didn't know that until this morning when I'm like rubber-dub-dubbing, lathering up in the shower, and I'm like, this is so lovely. Like, this is so lovely, and this literally costs £2 on Amazon, and you can go on and you can choose the fragrances that you like, but I just had to share this with you. But there are so many things that you can do. Like right now, I have been staring at my flumpy roses all afternoon, thinking about how I just want to create some flumpy rose displays in my house. So I am going to go and do my live heading. I know you've seen me do this a lot, but when I tell you this is bringing me so much joy, I actually can't put it into words. I picked my first sweet peas today, and what I did was I added some little bits of mint into the arrangements, because mint in floral displays mixed with the scent of sweet peas, I can't. I put them in the bathroom because it's just a little posy. But look at this. I thought that it picked the redness of the panelling in here really nicely with the burgundy, and then just a few sprigs of chocolate mint. The fragrance is to die for. So what I want to do is put some mint in with my roses today as well. It'll add a bit of greenery, but also that soft powderiness of roses with mint. Oh my goodness. And also it just breathes a little bit of life into the home. And if you haven't realised, one of the things that really is like a moment of joy for me is homemaking. It's definitely been something that I've realised I just do and love and enjoy. Finding little things that add a special touch to my home is one thing that I love. And I just yesterday unboxed something that I ordered weeks ago. I ordered them as soon as I got back from France, because when I was growing up, my grandma is an incredible like seamstress. She makes curtains, she reupholsters, she embroiders, and throughout my life that's been something that she has always done. When I was younger, I used to have fabric shoe trees that had my initials on them. I would have makeup bags, I would have pillowcases. My cousin and I used to share a bedroom at her house, and she would always swap out the pillow so that the pillowcase had our initials on for the person who was staying in the room. Like, that is my grandma. And so I went onto Etsy, and I'll link the Etsy shop down below, but I had these made with MG on them. Oh my goodness. I bought 6 of them. and they've arrived and they are perfect. This is like an oatmeal linen with a sort of champagne-y coloured stitching. I wanted like that colour coordinated feel, and I wanted it to be really soft in the room. And oh, I've got one in my dressing room, Ali's got one in his, all of the guest bedrooms have got one, our bedroom has got one, and it's just the perfect touch. And I've also ordered cocktail napkins, but those I've ordered in like a white with white stitching, because I've wanted them to look like they were antique linen, but with our initials on them as well, because cocktail napkins is something that I didn't know I needed. We're always doing like picky bits when we have people over, and I just think it's nice to have a little cocktail napkin, but everything's coming from America, so everything takes forever. So when they arrive, I will show you, but for now, let's go get some roses inside. The red ribbon out for a matching twilly, so you can change it to match your outfit, which I think is so lovely. Just look at this garden of flumpy roses. These are the ones that I've been eyeing up, this particular bunch, but I think I'm going to have a good old snip and put into some vases. I've filled up my copper pot with a little bit of water just so that I can put them straight into water. However, look at the hydrangeas. Oh my goodness. I've harvested some mint, and I think that the sort of deep purple hue of the stems will look really lovely and dramatic against the white of the roses. I love pairing like a herb with flowers, because I just think it makes it so much more that like it's a fragrance as well. Just pop this in with the roses for now. Building a little bucket for the kitchen. Bluebell, what are you doing in there? What are you doing? You're hiding in there. You lot are flattening the wildflower. What are you doing, Snowdrop? Oh my goodness, Jemima. You silly girls. Where's Beatrix? I can hear her, but I can't see her. There she is. I'm going to use this old milk churn. It's not watertight anymore, sadly, but I've popped a little jar inside, and that is what I'm going to do my flowers with. Well, it may not be the most beautiful, but it is the most fragrant. And I'm going to do a little posy one, but these are the leftover bits from the mint, so I'm just going to go and stick this in the chickens' dust bath, because they love herbs and mint and all of the good stuff, so I'm just going to chuck those in there. I have to say, having this area for doing flower arranging out in the garden is so nice. I didn't even realise that when we were like designing and building this, that this would be such a treat to have like running water. It's so great for when I'm like watering plants and things like that. Oh gosh, I don't take this for granted, I promise. It's so lovely. It's just so lovely.